Hey, I'm back. It's part two. David Gilmour, solo album, Recording in the Snow. Great record. My favorite tune on here is the first opening track, Mahalis, instrumental. Absolutely fantastic. I was in a band one time that went nowhere, but we did that song, and the guy wouldn't let me play the lead solo. I had to play the rhythm, which is okay. I was thinking about that today as a musician. Without rhythm guitar, you have no song. David Gilmour, About Face. I believe this is 1985 or 4. Not sure. And that's his Telecaster. That's the one he does Run Like Hell on, and I think Dogs too, because I don't hear any whammy bar on Dogs. Okay, and we have Roger Glover's The Butterfly Ball. He just invited everybody in England to play on this. It's amazing. And it's a gatefold. All the lyrics and everything. I don't remember much about it. A lot of Deep Purple people and bands like that. Here's Goblin. I can't read that. Of course, it's an Italian group. They do horror soundtracks, and this is probably one of them. There's the back. Il fantastico viaggio del vagaroso Mark. There's Goblin. They're a very good group. Can't go wrong with Italian prog. Here's Goblin's greatest hits, as if they actually had any. And I like it. I keep it. Okay, here's a band called Godley and Creme. Name of the album is L. And they also put one out before this called Consequences. And I had the LPs, but I saved the book. Got rid of the LPs because I bought it on CD. Clever, huh? Anyway, this is a crazy album. I love the back cover too. It's just nuts. They actually have a lyric on here. Does getting into Zappa mean getting out of Zen? Which is a weird lyric at any rate. Here's Godley and Creme Freeze Frame. Godley and Creme came from 10cc. Their last album with that band was How Dare You. Another one by them called Snack Attack. If you were to buy this from England, it's called Ism, and it looks totally different. Same exact songs. Godley and Creme, Bird of Prey. That's a really interesting cover. Nothing fancy on the back. And we're moving right along here. We got Golden Earring Switch. Good album. I like Golden Earring a lot. They have too many records. Gong, Magic Brother, Mystic Sister. David Allen on Telecaster, which I've never seen before until that record. This one's called Continental Circus. It's Gong playing music for a motorcycle race that they made a film about. I've never seen the movie. This is Gong Camembert Electrique. Oh yeah, it's got some people on the back. I forgot. We could probably look at this one. The kid right here is Robert Wyatt's son. I think his name is Sam. But Robert Wyatt's not in the band. They were just friends. They used to play together in Soft Machine. Here's Gong, Flying Teacup, Radio Gnome Invisible 1. Flying Teapot, excuse me. I make mistake. There's a nice gatefold photo. The Pothead Pixies. Hi, Pete. You gotta meet the Pothead Pixies. Really spacey stuff. You can't go wrong with the early Gong. The trilogy is just fantastic. Here's the second part of the trilogy called Angel's Egg. Strange art. Love Angel's Egg. Steve Hillage kills on this album. He kills even more on their third album called You. I have two versions of this, the British import, which I just showed you, and the American version, which I prefer because I like the way they did the writing on that. Man, my albums are going to fall down here soon. They're starting to bend down. Change their position a little bit. And this is some big record store day thing, I think, that I had to have. But I didn't know it'd be so hard to get it all out. It's called Gong Live at Sheffield. It's got an Obi on it. You got to be careful if you want to open them up. Oh, this one will. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. A lot of information there. Almost done. We're getting there. What is this? I think I know what this is. Oh yeah. Gong est mort, which means Gong is dead in French. And somehow it got ripped. I don't know how that happened. And for some reason, the guy with his face marked out is Steve Hillage. And I never did understand why that happened. All right, this is Gong Espresso 2. This has Alan Haldsworth and Mick Taylor on guitar. Great album. This is Gong Shamal. This has Steve Hillage back with the band. I think they're out of order, actually. Shamal came before that. Get that straight. Here's New York Gong, About Time. This is a crazy album. Crazy. Here's one that you could color on your own. I think I got that far and gave up. It's called Floating Anarchy. Originally it was just white with pencil drawing. Here's Downwind. This has Mike Oldfield on guitar. This is not Gone. Let's see. This is Alan Gowan, Phil Miller, Richard Sinclair, and Trevor Tompkins, called Before a Word is Said. There's no lyrics on this whatsoever, so it's a good title. This is Grand Funk Railroad live album. I'm sure everybody's seen this to death. But anyway, I'll show you. This is my favorite Grand Funk record. This is where I started with this band. This is the first album I bought when I was in the Air Force, when I was going to start my record collection. First thing I bought, I had one album to buy after buying my turntable, and I bought Grand Funk Live. It was how I was going to start my collection. And I didn't know what prog was because it was 1971. No clue. Hadn't heard Emerson, Lake and Palmer or Yes yet. This is the Greasy Truckers Company. Henry Camel, and Global Village Trucking Company. This is great. Definitely worth getting. If you can find it, I don't know if it's still available anywhere. Live Camel, can't go wrong. We're almost done. Yeah, it's going pretty fast. This is Grobschnitt from Germany. The album's called Jumbo. Really proggy. I like this band a lot. I had to tape this thing so it was falling apart because it's all glossy. So I had to tape it back up. But Grobschnitt has a lot of albums. I only have one. Here's a band called Group 87 with Patrick O'Hearn on bass and Terry Bozzio on drums. Sounds, well, it doesn't sound anything like Frank Zappa. But still, it's really good. I don't know about the second one. They did a second one I'm not sure about. Okay, this is the last one for G. Griffin, Red Queen to Griffin 3. This is a terrific medieval Baroque instrumental album with no vocals, of course, because I said instrumental. You got Fender Telecaster, bassoon, Framus bass, recorder, drums. I mean, this album is amazing. It must be heard. They're British and they're so good. And Griffin, this is their best. And this is the first one I ever heard. Okay, there's my G's. I'm not sure I'm going to do H tonight. I'm running out of gas. This is a lot of work. I'm picking up big piles of stuff and moving them around and everything, and I'm wearing out. So I'll probably see you soon for H. Bye-bye.